Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Let's Get Real with Coach Menachem. Wednesday night. Another Wednesday night with your host, Coach Menachem The Fundamentals to gain inner peace. Slowing down and becoming aware, spending some time with ourselves. Tonight, we're going to be talking about stop trying to fix it and just be with it. With what? So we're discussing emotions, feelings that come up, certain emotions, feelings that we don't like. So we try to do something and fix it, but that's not what it needs. But I think this concept of stop trying to fix it, you can use also for maybe dealing with your kids. You want to fix them, make sure they do something else. Sometimes you just want to be with them. Just be with it. Be with them. Be in their world to understand them. So we're learning how to let go, because many times we hold on tight to our emotions, to our stories, and we're not letting go. And we discussed last week, the more you want to let go, the more resistance it can bring up. So then how do we let go? That's the $1,000,000 question. How do we let go of those feelings that we don't like? By allowing them to be. How do you do that? So we discussed the example of you're driving in traffic and you become aware that your hands holding the wheel so tight, but it's not helping. It's not doing anything. You have to get to that meeting, you're late, you feel anxious, and you're holding on tight. Take a deep breath, and all you gotta do is just open up your fist. That's it. Just open it up. How does that feel? You can feel already the energy flowing. But if you're not aware and you're holding on to it, you're holding on to the energy, you're holding on to the emotion, and you're not allowing it to be. Because I don't like it. So the more you don't like it, the more you want to get rid of it, the more you push it, the bigger it becomes, the harder it gets. But what we want to do is take a deep breath, allow it to be, allow it to, the energy. It's just an energy. Let it come in so it can go out. Let it be so it can flow. Not always easy, but slowly, baby steps. We're learning. Okay, so we're going to continue, Mitzvah Shem. But before we continue, let's take a minute or two just to get grounded, just to come into the room. Where am I? Here I am. Both feet on the floor. Take a deep breath and just see where you are. Sitting, laying down, walking, working. Not sure why you're here. Listening to the recording, driving. Just be aware. Just say, hello, here I am. Another deep breath in. Let it all out. And turning inwards, what does my body feel? Nothing needs to change. You're just becoming aware. Maybe your shoulders could drop. Maybe you feel some stress in your face, your jaws, shoulders. Deep breath in and out. Tingling in your body, fingers. And just be there. Spend a minute or two. Nothing needs to change except here I am. Beautiful. Another deep breath in and let it all out. Okay, so here we are. So what are some reasons? And you can think of something that's one of the reasons why it's so hard to allow the feelings to come up. Why is it hard for many? And if it's not hard for you, let me know in the chat. But just to feel, and I would say we live in a culture that very few allow themselves to feel. Things are happening so fast, and we just don't have time. And out of breath, just out of breath. We have to continue. But we're learning how to slow down and feel so that the feelings don't control us, so we can be in control. But why is it so hard? What would be the reason? What do you think it's so hard to feel? You can share in the chat. Some people feel that feelings are weak. I don't want to be weak. Okay, just be aware of that. And especially men. Men feelings. How does that work? No way. But it's not only men. There are many women that they don't allow themselves to feel for the same reason. They're not weak, they're strong. So they have this concept of feeling is weak. Or if I allow the feeling to come up, I'm gonna lose it, lose control, or who knows what's gonna happen. Fear of the unknown. It's dangerous. Trauma could come up. Beautiful. It can lead to overthinking, second guessing, doubting. Very good. It brings up, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what it means. Or we're connected to a story. We feel something that means, right? If I'm trying to figure out my finances, if it's not working out, do you see yourself sleeping in the park bench? That's scary. Or anything that comes up, there's a story to it. Or just don't like it. It feels too much. Not too hard for me to have these feelings come up, and most times also to figure out what caused them. So Baruch Hashem, we have someone that is aware of the feelings, and it's not so hard. You can sit with it. That's good. But for those who are learning how to feel, and if it's the first time here, first time trying to figure out about emotions, feelings, then yeah, it can be very heavy. It brings up a lot of past stuff, things that you need to process, whether it's trauma. Feels like it's wasting time. Wow, very good. Who has time for this? I should be doing something now. 24/7. I'm not allowed to take off, even for a few minutes. Let's go. Keep on going. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? What happens if you slow down? And like I mentioned last week, for those who have heavy stories, heavy stuff, you don't have to do this by yourself. Try to find somebody that you can talk to because stuff come up. And that's one of the reasons why feelings are not easy. We don't think we deserve to slow down. And many times it takes us back to a very core self of really those beliefs about myself. So in order to feel, we have to learn how to listen without judgment, not to attach stories to it, not to analyze, figure it out, just feeling, you see it in your body, you see what it looks like in your body. and you just breathe and you allow it to be. If you can get to a place where it has no story, no judgment, it's just a feeling in your body, then eventually you'll be able to open up your fist, take a deep breath, and allow it to flow in and out. Just allow with curiosity what's going on. That's it. Next question is, what do you usually do when those feelings come up? What's your go-to? How do you manage when those feelings come up and you don't like it? So you can share in the chat. What do you do? Become busy, distracted, don't think about it, suppress, talk about it, vent. Yes, that could also be a way of distracting because you don't allow yourself just to feel. So you talk about it a lot, and you're talking about it and you're venting, and every phone call is about that. Become stuck, feel hopeless, meditate, affirmations, call a friend, amazing. I wonder if it brings you into your body and allows, or it takes you out of it. Now, there's no right and wrong. It's just to see what does it do for you. We get distracted, eat. Wow. Acupuncture tapping, amazing. Yeah, there are a lot of good ideas, but then you want to see what is it that I'm doing not to feel. So what we want to do is slow down and slowly connect to our body and become aware of the feelings and not get scared of it. You might feel lightheaded, tense. Sometimes it can be depression, very low, and you don't like that feeling. Or it can be anxiety, like my whole body is shaking. But when you allow yourself, be there for a few minutes with it. And it's probably not the first time it's happening to you. And you know already this feeling. So maybe spend a few minutes with it. But I have to know for a few minutes you won't do anything. You won't fix it. You won't push it away. But I have slow down, find a safe space where you can be, and just allow it to be. Allow it to just do what it needs to do. It might need to shake for a few minutes, and then if you don't have to push it away, if you're not scared of it, if you don't have to change it, you don't have to fix it, maybe you'll calm down. But just be there. Many times I noticed I'm seeking validation for being allowed to feel how I do. Exactly. We have a thought of, there's something wrong with me. Is this normal? Am I allowed to? So we might call somebody and say, is this okay? Okay, just becoming aware. And eventually you'll be able to tell yourself, I'm okay. But why do I feel this way? It's a feeling. I don't like it. Wow. Just see yourself not liking it. But I want to change it. I want to relax. I want to feel relaxed now. I'm working for this. I'm working on this for a year, 2 years in therapy. I want to feel relaxed already. That's resistance. You don't like the situation you're in. Deep breath, you're okay, and allow it to be. So let's see. This is my issue. I have a hard time dealing with feelings. Panic attacks. Yeah, it could be very hard. And again, if you're a beginner, if heavy stuff come up, you don't have to do this by yourself. What you resist persists. That's the line. But again, it's hard. Sometimes we don't like it. So what do I do? Yes, sounds like me. If it's something big, that can't be fixed. Yeah, can come and go for a few days. Yeah, that's where it gets a little bit hard. We think, we mentioned that emotions don't have to last. If you allow it to be, then they say it's 90 seconds. And all of you would love if that would be true. If it would only be for 90 seconds, okay. But many times we find that we feel that way for a few days. And it's not easy. So what do I do? How do I change it? So for now, we're learning not to change it. Because by sitting and thinking, I want to change it, I don't like it, I have to get out of this, what should I do? Let me do this, let me do that. So that's all resistance. It's not gonna give you that okay to let go. It's just gonna hold on to it. It's gonna resist. But if you allow, now I feel down. I don't like it. I would say take a few minutes and be there with it, do some breathing, journaling, and be aware of it. Don't try to change it. And then go on your day. You might still feel it, but you spend some time with it. How about I want to take back my power from the anxiety? Right. You feel the anxiety is taking over. You're not in control. And I want to be in control. So look at this. It's like fighting with the anxiety. Why are you here now? You don't belong here. I want to be in control. And you know what happens when you fight? It becomes a fight. And back and forth. It becomes bigger, it becomes heavier, and you're not letting go. So what should I do? You talk to the anxiety, say, wow, what is it that you want to tell me? And you allow it to talk. It might say, you know what's going to happen if you do this, if you do that, you know what's going to happen. Don't change. Wow. I hear you. I hear you. That's it. For a few minutes, just allow. Okay, so let's see some examples of how it works. A very good muscle would be holding an ice cube in your hand. It's very cold. You don't like it. So it could be the pain. So you're holding on to it and you're holding on to it tight and it's hard and you want to get rid of it because it's so cold. But you're making it harder by holding on and by squeezing and by shaking and by trying to get rid of it. So what do you do instead? Take a deep breath. Open up your hands. And the pain is still going to be there. It's cold. It's freezing. But slowly, I don't know, I have to try it out. The truth is, I shouldn't be talking about it because I don't know how long it takes for that ice cube to melt, but eventually it melts. How long does it take? So it might take 7, 8 minutes. That's a long time. Okay, so you would rather squeeze, hold, and fight? Well, sometimes it could help because it distracts you from that pain. So you fight and you push. I'd rather be busy screaming and pushing and throwing my hands than to sit quietly and feel the pain. Okay, so now we know why it's so hard to feel. But that's an awareness. That's one example. Here's another one. So we discussed anxiety. When anxiety comes up, so by telling yourself, I need to calm down, like we discussed, every time you feel the need, it's resistance. I need something now. I need change. I need to grow. I'm not happy with my situation. I can't just sit down and be. So that means you're not happy with the moment. I want it to be different. So that means resistance to the moment. And what we resist persists, it stays there. So I feel anxiety, but I have to be calm. After all the work that I put in, I should be calm now. Why am I anxious? So that's fighting. So what happens if you say, I feel anxious now? Wow. Wow. I don't like it, but it's okay. Sit with it. Allow it to be. See where it goes. See it in your body. See what happens to your body. Curious, no judgment. Take a deep breath and just allow it to do what it needs to do. See the difference? Can you feel the difference? So then your system starts to slow down a little bit. But again, that shouldn't be the goal. Because if we want the outcome, we're looking for the outcome, then you're pushing. Nothing has to slow down. But Menachem, you said it's going to slow down. I know. But for now, it's not. Just see it. Beautiful. Here's another example. Why am I feeling sad? I should be feeling happy now. There's so many good things in my life. I want to feel happy. Why do I feel sad? I should be grateful. I've started to journal. I'm writing down all the things I feel grateful for. Why don't I feel that way? There's nothing going on in my life. Why do I feel why nothing negative? Why do I feel sad? So what does that mean? You're not okay with that feeling. For some reason you feel sad. I don't know why, and you might not know why either. But that's okay. There's a feeling that's coming up. It needs to do its thing. It needs to process. So we don't like to feel it. Many times we have the guilt. I've done the work. Why do I feel the way? Start feeling guilty. And that's more resistance and more resistance. So what could I do instead? Welcome it. Like, wow, I feel sad now. Just breathe. Allow it to move. Don't push, because by pushing, you're holding on. If tears need to come up, you allow it to come up, and then you're okay. Yes, you don't like the feeling, but that's okay. You allow the sadness to be there. How about when you feel tired? You're in the middle of doing work, you're at work, and you feel tired, and so many people would think you have to keep on going, because there's no option. How about you give it a moment, give it a little bit, stop for a minute, sit down, and just be aware of the feeling. What are you scared? You might get stuck there. Just be aware of the feeling. I'm tired. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. What am I feeling? Where am I feeling it? Just see it. Allow it to be. Pause and say, I hear you. I see you. And see what happens. That itself, by allowing and by pausing, it might calm down. It might slow down. You might even feel rejuvenated. I can continue now. Again, everybody's different. Let's see what happens. Just by 3 deep breaths in and out, pausing, see what happens. And another idea is when you have thoughts that you don't like, negative thoughts, thought pops up in your mind. Even before going to the feeling that comes up, that thought. So what do? Try to distract, take out your phone, start scrolling, maybe eat. I don't want to think about this. What do you think happens? Well, if I distract myself, it's not there. We think that way. Sometimes we feel it's not there, but it becomes, it comes back over and over. How about we change that by just noticing? You just notice how you feel. Notice the thought that comes up. See it, listen to it, hear it. It might be a thought that makes you feel fear or anger Just listen to the thought, become aware of the feeling, create that space. Be there and see what happens. Amazing. But yeah, the idea of when I need to change something or I need something to be different, to realize that I'm fighting the moment. I'm fighting what's going on in my life now. So let's see if we can do this just 2 minutes. Just allow something in your life that you would love to change, something that you feel resistant. You don't like it. Just let it come up and just become aware of it. Just see what it makes you feel. What does your body feel, the sensations, and allow it to be. And you can whisper, I see you. It's okay that this is here. It's okay that you're here. Could you imagine you're allowing it to be? Wow. You can place your hand on your chest, on your belly, or anywhere that you feel. Take a deep breath into that space that you're creating, into that nothing, nothing needs to change. And just feel, you might feel tight, you might feel heavy. Just breathe into it. I don't need to fix this. I don't need to change this. I'm just here with you. I am here. And just see what happens to the feeling. It might be moving, going from your stomach to your head. And just sit there, no pressure, no fixing, just allowing. Allow. Notice any shifts. Maybe it gets softer. And just stay with it for a few more seconds. Deep breath in and out. And just notice if there are any changes. And that's it. As simple as that. And again, it's not always simple, but the idea is to allow, to embrace it, not to try to change it, not to push it away. And there we go. How's that feel? You let me know in the chat. Okay, any questions? Any feedback? I know many people that do this work, sometimes they ask, why do I need to feel? And especially if you come from a place where there's no feelings, it's like opening a can of worms. Why do I have to be in touch with my feelings? It's a great, great question. The very basic answer is because you're human, and that's what humans are. We feel. I don't want to be human. I want to be a robot. Yeah, you're right. It might be easier, but it is easier. You don't have to think. But what can we do? It's hard to deny the human side of us. And then it affects our relationships. And like I mentioned before, what's controlling? If you think you're a robot, you don't have emotions, you don't have feelings, I have a secret to tell you. There's something inside of you that's controlling you. You're not in control. You know, those things that you're scared to do, you won't do. And you're not even aware of it. I might ask you, tell me things that you want to do and you're not doing. So no, everything I want to do, I do. And we sit and talk a little bit and you say, you know, you're right. If I would have a choice, I would do something else, but I can't go there because those are emotions, those are feelings, those are thoughts. We all have them. So what we're learning here is to allow to feel so that, wait a second, after I feel, I can make a decision. Yes, I do have the fear of doing that particular thing, making that phone call, starting that new project. I have that fear, and I understand where it's coming from, but I think I can do that. I think I can do it. And you start. And maybe it doesn't work the first time, and that's okay. You continue. But if you're not aware, you're not going there. So this is basic, just basic. But again, we can't, Hashem made us human. Hashem wants us to be human, and with our ups and downs, with our ins and outs, with our imperfection, this is who we are, and that's perfect. Perfectly imperfect. What's if anxiety helps you do things? Wow, that's a good awareness. That means you're only going to do it if you're anxious. Wow, something to think about. So you want to do something. I mean, maybe you don't want to do it. And the only reason you're going to do it because you're anxious that my boss, somebody else. So something to think about. Are you living your life? Are you living somebody else's? Are you doing things because of somebody else? And if it's something that you want to do, why do you need to feel the anxiety to do it? Why wouldn't you want to do it from just enjoyment? Love this class. I can relate. Beautiful. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you. I just had such a great aha moment. Okay, let's see. I'm very devastated about a certain relationship in my life, and I feel hurt by ... And when you say what you resist persists, it means it reminds me that accepting the challenge of experiencing the rejection is at least not resisting it. Right. So rejection is painful. So we don't want to feel it. But what we're really looking for is to allow yourself to feel it so that it can go. What we don't like, we don't want, you're holding on to it. You put it away somewhere. You locked it down. So by allowing it to come up, which can be very hard and painful, you allow the energy to move. So you can open that lock and then slowly allow it to become softer, and it moves. That's the energy. That's the emotion. Beautiful. Can't wait to hear the replay. Need to rehear this. Yes, over and over. And the goal for this is also for our somatic, for our body, for our nerve system, to eventually learn that it's okay to feel. So I didn't mention, the reason why we don't like to feel is deep down, it's very scary. By doing these exercises a little bit every day, you're teaching your system, not your logic, your body, your nervous system, the amygdala, that it's okay to allow feelings. Nothing's going to happen. You're okay. You're not going to lose it. You do a little bit every day, and slowly it becomes easier. But do it. Yeah, it can be painful, it can be scary. And again, if you can't do it on your own, find somebody who can sit there with you, who can create the space for you. And that's very important for healing many times. Like we discussed, don't do it alone. Stephen Terrell says, you've been alone for many years, and that's what the trauma might have been. And now Menachem's teaching me to be alone. So like I say, you need the balance. Yes, you're going to be alone many times. We're not around people 24/7, and we're going to learn how to be there for ourselves. But to start, you might need a human being to create that space, to help you believe in yourself, to help you see movement, to help you see a little bit of positivity, which many times we don't see. Wow. Okay, thank you very much. I'm not gonna be able to read all of the feedback. You can send any questions, comments, coachmenachem@gmail.com. Take a deep breath, Menachem, and allow things to be. And you deserve it. Take some time off, a little bit every day. That's right. Thank you very much, and we'll meet next week. It's going to be a few days before Shavuos, and we'll see where you are. Come with your feedback, come with your questions. Have a good night, and I'll see you next week.